the very first heart pacemaker, stopped beating just 5 hours after implantation. This catastrophic failure, however, birthed a revolutionary medical device saving countless lives. Humanity's greatest advancements rarely emerge from flawless first attempts or perfect designs. Instead, progress often thrives on a relentless cycle of errors and refinement. This fundamental process, known as trial and error, underpins all innovation and discovery. It's the silent engine powering evolution, scientific breakthroughs, and personal growth. You might view mistakes as setbacks, but they are crucial data points for improvement. Learning from these missteps transforms failures into invaluable stepping stones forward. Understanding this mechanism unlocks a powerful strategy for achieving complex goals. It teaches us resilience and fundamentally reshapes our approach to challenges. Imagine a child learning to walk, tumbling repeatedly before taking steady steps. Each fall provides immediate feedback, adjusting balance and refining muscle memory. This isn't a failure, but essential information for the brain's learning algorithm. Similarly, early engineers built bridges that spectacularly collapsed under their own weight. They meticulously analyzed the wreckage, identifying design flaws and material weaknesses. But the most dramatic lessons often came from the most public disasters. Consider Thomas Edison's legendary quest for a practical, long-lasting light bulb. He famously tested over 10,000 different materials and filament combinations. Each failed experiment wasn't a wasted effort, but rather a successful elimination. Edison famously declared, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset demonstrates the core philosophy of effective trial and error learning. Yet this process isn't only for inventors. It shapes entire ecosystems. Evolution itself is the grandest example of continuous trial and error on Earth. Organisms constantly adapt through random mutations, some proving more advantageous. Those beneficial traits persist, while maladaptive ones lead to eventual extinction. It's a slow, iterative optimization, perfecting species over millions of years. Think of the complex human eye, refined through countless generations of small changes. However, humans can accelerate this process far beyond nature's pace. Scientists use controlled experiments, deliberately introducing variables to test hypotheses. A hypothesis that fails to predict results provides new insights and refines theories. This iterative method is how we developed vaccines, successful mission eradicated diseases, and explored space.
Each rocket launch failure provided critical data for the next, more successful mission.
They meticulously documented every anomaly, transforming errors into engineering blueprints. But what happens when the stakes are incredibly high? Like in surgery, surgeons practice complex procedures on cadavers, making mistakes without real-world consequences. They learn precise movements, anticipate complications, and refine their life-saving techniques. This safe learning environment accelerates skill acquisition exponentially for medical professionals. In business, companies launch minimum viable products, gathering customer feedback quickly. They then iterate, fixing flaws and adding features based on actual user interaction. The most astonishing part is how subtle this process can become. Even seemingly mundane tasks, like learning a new language, rely on constant correction. You mispronounce words, construct awkward sentences, and forget grammatical rules often. Each correction from a native speaker or a dictionary refines your linguistic understanding. Your brain, like a sophisticated computer, constantly updates its internal language model. This continuous feedback loop drives mastery across virtually every human endeavor. Embracing trial and error fundamentally shifts your perspective on failure and learning. It transforms fear of mistakes into an eager anticipation of new knowledge gained. This mindset fosters resilience, enabling you to persevere despite repeated temporary setbacks. It encourages experimentation, pushing boundaries and exploring unconventional solutions fearlessly. Individuals who embrace this approach often become highly adaptable and innovative thinkers. They view challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as puzzles awaiting solutions. This approach also democratizes innovation, allowing anyone to contribute to progress. You don't need genius. You need curiosity, persistence, and a willingness to learn. Imagine the collective power. If every person embraced this iterative growth strategy, societies would accelerate problem solving for global issues like climate change or poverty. Educational systems could shift from rote memorization to experiential, mistake-driven learning. This would cultivate a generation of critical thinkers, unafraid to challenge the status quo. The impact extends to personal well-being, reducing anxiety around perfectionism significantly. You understand that flaws are inherent in any learning journey, not personal failings. This empowers you to take calculated risks and grow continuously throughout your life. Ultimately, learning from mistakes through trial and error is the true engine of progress. It's the indispensable key to unlocking innovation, resilience, and profound personal growth. So, embrace your missteps as vital data points on your unique journey of discovery. If you found this exploration fascinating, subscribe for more incredible insights into human potential. And let me know in the comments how trial and error has shaped your own successes.